Well guys, we are in the mountains just outside of Paonia and we have officially started the big adventure. Well, kind of. So 2 days ago I made the trek down to Paonia. My folks live down here, so I spent the night with them, and then yesterday we had an awesome time rafting down the river. Just took a couple little rubber duckies out and floated for a couple hours, had some lunch along the way. Today I stocked up on groceries in the morning, headed up into the mountains, and I'm on the trail now, and it's absolutely awesome. The reason I say I'm only kind of started out on the big adventure is I don't actually have my rooftop tent right now. And the reason I don't have it is because my roof rack has not made it here yet. I ordered it a couple weeks ago and it was my mistake. I should have ordered it months ago just because they do have some higher lead times right now, but it's still not in. Instead of waiting for that though, I decided just to head out on the road, test some things, and make sure everything was in working order before I had the rooftop tent. Until then, it's going to be cramped sleeping inside the 4Runner, but we're going to make it work. So today is a very exciting day, and not just because I'm out here on the trail and finally exploring, but also because this specific trail is one I've been looking for a very long time. Now, if you guys know Chris over at Venture Forward, he has an awesome YouTube channel, so go check him out. He did this trail, I think back in August of last year, and I had seen that video and really wanted to find where this trail was. I didn't know where it was at the time, and I kept looking for it, couldn't find it. Even though I know this area pretty well, I had no idea these trails were up here. I did find a lot of these forest roads with guided GPS, but I still wasn't able to really pinpoint the exact location of this specific one. As luck would have it though, I just ended up picking a trail, going for it, and it happened to be the exact one that Chris was on. So far, it's an absolutely awesome trail. In and out of the shade, aspens everywhere, and being mid-June of 2021, everything is in full bloom. It's interesting, I just saw a cabin there back in the woods, and the odd part about it was it didn't look quite as old as some of the ghost towns, or many of the ghost towns in Colorado that were from, 1800s. This house in particular it looked a bit more modern with some insulation and some furniture. It did have glass windows, but obviously hasn't been used in a long time. It does have a lock on it, so I'm guessing it's probably private property or something. Couldn't explore inside. That was pretty deep. I'm certainly glad I had a diff breather for that. I just found this sweet little campsite. It's just totally tucked away back in this kind of horseshoe grove of trees. And the best part is it backs right up to this lake. It has such an awesome view. And I would go swimming. I really want to, but there's not really a great shore. Most of the shore is pretty muddy and it would get kind of messy coming in and out. So I think I'll leave that for another day. But the sun is, I think we probably got maybe 2 more hours of sunlight, hour and a half. The sun is hitting this little mountain over there, and I think I'm gonna pop out the drone. Mosquito Killer 2000. Well, dinner's on the stove. Tonight we're cooking up some cheesy tacos, and in the meantime I've gotten a fire going. Not because it's cold out, in fact I could probably even take off this sweatshirt, but mostly because there's mosquitoes. You probably can't see them, but because we're by the lake, there's a bunch of them. And I've gotten bitten a million times already, so I'm trying to prevent that as much as possible. Fire's helping, and also the heat from the stove's helping, so we're doing alright. Well, I was hoping to eat down by the lake shore and enjoy the sunset, but these mosquitoes are just a little bit too much, so fireside tacos it is. The secret ingredient tonight is cottage cheese. Sounds like it would be weird, but it's what I had in the fridge,
It's actually surprisingly good. It's almost like queso fresco, but a little bit more mushy, to put it badly.
Well, I'm calling it a day. It's only 9 o'clock and it's even still a little bit light out, but I've had a full day, just cleaned up from dinner, brushed my teeth, and we're getting up bright and early tomorrow to head towards Moab. So I'm going to look through some of the photos from today, but otherwise, it's bedtime. I'll see you in the morning. So that wasn't completely necessary. There was a bypass for that trail, and in fact I took that yesterday when I was coming into camp. I was just pretty tired and didn't want to deal with trying to winch out a log. But this morning, you know, it's just after 7. I have plenty of time and I have a winch, so there wasn't much of an excuse not to do that. Having the bypass there, you know, basically just puts unnecessary wear on the landscape, creates a secondary trail that is not really needed. So it's pretty quick and simple. Just popped up my winch, ripped that log across the trail, and now it's open and passable for many more to come. Well, that's not good. We are back on the road. I did a quick stop in Grand Junction for editing mostly. I'm trying to upload a video. So I did that, scouted out the location for tonight, and I was hoping to find a tire shop. Unfortunately, it's Sunday, so most of the tire shops are closed, and the only one that was open was about a 2.5 hour wait just to get in there, not including the time to actually repair the tire. So I do not have time for that today. Good news is the tire is still holding air. It's running a little bit low, but the drive to our next site is not too far away. I'm just gonna hope it holds until we get there and pump it back up in the morning, and maybe look for a tire shop tomorrow on the way back. I guess on the bright side, it's just one less tire to air down. When I was on my way down to Paonia, I saw some smoke and I didn't know where it was coming from. It kind of looked like it was further up north, but I think I might have found the source of it. It looks like, I think it's the back of the LaSalles that are actually on fire. And the wind's definitely not helping. The wind even up here is sort of intermittently gusting. And from the looks of it, it seems like it's a relatively big fire. Well guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. I know it was a pretty short one, but I've come back to the front range to get the rooftop tent sorted out, as well as a couple other odds and ends. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments, I'd love to hear it, or if you'd like to see anything different on the channel, let me know that as well too. I've been experimenting with a couple different formats as far as videos, some vlog styles, and some even other types of videos that will be coming out soon. So I'm just going to keep working at it, figuring out what's going to work best, what you guys like, what works for me as far as filming, and I'd love any feedback along the way. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to spend the rest of this week getting things sorted out here in town, and I'll catch you in the next episode when we're back on the trails.